adjust your pose. Fully relax all part of the body. We're going to establish what is called samadhi. We can focus on the mantra, maybe Buddha, to establish continuous awareness. When we say Buddha, we are directing our mind to the peace. We're not allowing our attention to wander to other things. Breathing in, you say Bud. Breathing out, you say Do. So you have Buddha in and out of your breath. You keep your intention to the breath. That's how your heart or your mind become peaceful. When your mind peaceful, you are able to understand the Dhamma that taught by the Lord Buddha. That is, this body is anicca, dukkha, anatta. Anicca means impermanent. Dukkha means suffering. Anatta means without a genuine self or soul. These physical forms that we call our substance or our self just arise through a compounding of impersonal element. When the mind possessed by delusion and discriminates between this body, believing this is me, this is you, this is house, this is husband, this is wife. Which is actually all of us sitting here are identical in that we breathe, we eat, we drink. So we are all actually composed of the same fundamental elements. Earth, air, fire, and waters. arise? Why do we cling to this element? Identify with them as me, you. Attachment is because of delusion. Mind lacks wisdom, so delusion arises. So what we're doing here now, we like to establish our mind in the wisdom. We must have mindfulness and put forth effort to carefully restrain our action of the body, speech, and mind in the way that gives rise to samadhi. So if we practice in this way, we are cultivating satipatthana, the development of mindfulness. Because this way of practice is lie within the framework of the four foundations of the mindfulness. And we begin by contemplating the body or the physical feeling as the mind object. We begin to develop the first foundation. Kaya kata sati, the mindfulness that focuses on the body. We mindfully consider our physical body. The physical forms, a source of our clinging, attachment, can actually easily be investigated. Sometimes we might investigate the body with the mindfulness and wisdom, distinguishing between the various physical elements and immaterial aggregates, such as feeling, contemplating, arising and passing away, until we realize that these feelings are merely mental process. They are not self, they are not soul, they are not person, not being, not to be regarded as my yours or ours or theirs. Gaining insight, actually not only insight, but it's confidence. When the time goes by, sometimes we able to recognize the mind that's free from the defilements, greed, hatred, and delusion. And that is the presence of mindfulness. The mind recognizes sometimes the defilements together with attraction and aversion, and then they pass away. This is an indication that the investigation is focused on the foundation of the mindfulness. That is the third foundation, the mind. Because of only the mind that can grasp the greed, the hatred, and delusion. And this is because the power of samadhi. But sometimes, or maybe many times, that we are not able to contemplate at this level all the time. Because sometimes the samadhi weaken. And that's why we are not able to maintain the contemplation anymore. So the investigation then fall back to the second foundation, that is focusing on the feeling. Or maybe it dropped all the way down to the lower levels. To the body contemplation. in one point, the investigation of the body maybe with the insight that they are just the four elements, as something loathsome and repulsive. The more the body is seen with insight as unattractive, the more the mind becomes beautiful and bright. The deeper the insight into the repulsiveness of the body, then the deeper the happiness that arises. As internal happiness increase actually. And that's how the more profound become insight into non-self. The mind's uprooting, clinging attachment. I feel like my mind enters to another world. It's a very good experience if you can reach up to that level of progress. And that can be called realization of the Dhamma. Or comprehension. And that's how you come to understand the meaning of the phrase Appamano Buddho or Appamano Dhammo. Appamano Sangho. Means everything become boundless. Virtues and the goodness of the Buddha. And at this point, we can have a recollection of Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and maybe teachers also. even though the Lord Buddha has already passed away into Parinibbana, but his teaching still remains. The one who see the Dhamma, see the Buddha. If you travel to India, you can see the various holy sites where the Buddha was born, where the Buddha realized enlightenment. Deer Park is Sipatana, where he's delivered the first teaching, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. And in Kushinala, where he's passed away into Parinibbana. When you understand and realize the Dhamma, you will see the Buddha in your heart. That's how we see the Buddha. How do we see the Dhamma? When you see anicca, dukkha, anatta. And in order to see this, the heart or the mind must be at peace. We must develop mindfulness. And the type of samadhi that is endowed with vitakka, vikara, piti, and sukha become ekakkata. Maybe you can use mantra, Buddho, Buddho, breathing in and breathing out. Till eventually the breath will become refined, and you can see that the mantra vanish. The mind then converge firmly in samadhi. The mind is serene and happy, blissful, and one-pointed. At that point, the mind is free from all hindrances. When the mind is at peace, the mind is clear And that's how you can see the Dhamma. When you see the Dhamma, you see the Buddha. You see the Dhamma. You see the Sangha. At the same moment, see Buddha, seeing Dhamma and Sangha. You no longer have any doubts about the meanings of the one who see the Dhamma, see the Buddha. Being a discipline is very important. Restraining our speech and action. Be mindful and well concentrated in the samadhi. That's how you can strive in a battle with the hindrances of sloth or sleepiness, anger, ill will or doubt. We train our mind to realize peace, and then we contemplate the body to gain the insight that it is clinging and attachment to this body alone that is the cause of greed, hatred, delusion, and attachment itself. When a clinging attachment has already arisen, then the craving and the defilements will arise as the conditioning cause for further attachment, bringing forth renewal of being and birth continuously. Right? All the various ways and rules through this world upon which we have traveled, from near, from far away, maybe by air, by land, are still rooted only in this world. They are ways that marry, will, and wander in the samsara, the cycle of birth and death, death and birth. But there is a path. The best of the path is the way that leads to Makka Samanki. That is the unification of the 8 factors of the path, merging into the unity of the Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. Is only the way of the Noble Eightfold Path, getting out of samsara. Remember, the Buddha taught that if our bones did not decay as we wander through the samsara, being born and dying endlessly, then there would not be enough room in this world to contain all these bones. Yeah, we should consider this carefully, that if this world is not broad enough to contain the bones of even one person, as they are born and die countless, sometimes we should further contemplate that whatever the duration of the samsara may be, we have already experienced countless births. And so if we remain in a state of delusion, then we still won't know how many more years or future life will have to come before we gain insight and the samsara reach its end. So in this life, we have gained a human birth, and we're lucky. We discover the Buddhism, so we can put forth effort to practice meditation so that we do not lose the advantage of this meritorious and auspicious human birth. Where we have encountered the teaching of the Buddha. And for that, we must possess ourselves of Chanta, Viriya, Chitta, and Vimamsa. The skeletons that are sitting right here, that is all of us sitting right here, they are the same or the different from each other. Sometimes we ask ourselves, as just one pile of bones to another. Are these skeletons men or women? They are natural elements existing just the way they are. Head, hair, body, hair, nails, teeth, and skin. These are just wrappings of this body. What is this body like on the inside? We can go internally and contemplate this body within the body to see what is wrapped up inside. When our eyes come into contact, the forms, delusion and attachments arise. We perceive beauty and attractiveness, which brings forth desire and aversion. What is the cause of this? The cause is ignorance. This is ignorance that's smothering our mind so that it doesn't see the truth. I think the Buddha declared that the Dhamma is beautiful in the beginning, it's beautiful in the middle, beautiful in the end. It seemed like the beauty in the beginning is the Sila, the beauty in the middle is Samadhi. And if we are aroused the knowledge and the vision of the truth, that we practiced this center concentration, and the beauty in the end is wisdom, bringing it forward and perfecting it. This body has no self or soul. It is not a person or a being or me, you. Had this body ever declared that is ourself? Have the bones or any other parts of the body ever announced that they are our essence or self? The skeleton is made up of many parts located throughout the body. Looking at the bones of the skull, arms, legs, hands, feet, we can sort out the bones of the body, a piece at a time, a section at a time. Have any of these parts ever declared that they are ourselves? None of them have ever announced. When we analyze the body, we see that there is no self. Then the mind becomes peaceful, right? And the clear realization arises that this body is mere elements that just exist as they are, following the way of the nature. There is no person, no being, no self, no me, no you to be found. If you see in this way, the mind will really disengage from the body. It becomes sobriety. simultaneous insight will arise that the body is one thing, the mind is another thing. With this realization, knowledge and the vision arise. We no longer cling. No longer identify as ourself. And this is what called regaining insight. We let go of it at the same time. And if you're repeating this process over and over again, we proceed this way over and over again, then the mind will become resplendent with the knowledge and vision of the truth, and realize this very Dhamma that has long been revealed. The Lord Buddha announced that the Tathagata is simply one who declares. What is he declare? He declared that this is impermanent, this is suffering, and this is not self. We are all here sitting and sharing the same breath, same air. same wind that we breathing in and out. We are actually just oneness. When we are sick, everybody is sick. When we are aged, everybody is aging. When our friend is sick, we are sick. What about when we are happy? We wish them happy too. We are all friends, oneness of suffering. Anyone who's sitting meditation here in this room sick, we are all sick. Same way, if we are all happy, we are oneness, happy. Right, take a deep breath, long breath. Yeah. Channeling your happiness, channeling your piti, rapture, bliss to all being, to all directions, wishing them wealthy, healthy, prosperity, wishing them be out of danger, peace, free from the suffering. So may I give you all blessing. Sappalo kawanimutto sappasanta pawatito sappave lamatikanto Niputto jatubang pawa sapitiyo viwachantu sapparoko vinasatumate pawa watarayo sukhi dikayuko pawa apiwa tanasilissa niccang wuttha pacayino cattaro dhamma watanti ayuwanno sukhang phalang